So we are back.
Yeah, welcome back to the stream. Our streamer had a power cut apparently, so we're just gonna continue from over here. The game looks pretty one-sided right now because Shishu Khuniz managed to play really well in the early game, and they have got a good lead.
Well, this is very different from the last game.
Yeah, with in the last game we saw the CJ rotating all over map and dominating.
But this game,
Sami, can you just keep the scoreboard up? Just press O.
yeah. I'm keeping this. I have kept the scoreboard up, and I'm arranging the scoreboard right now.
And we can see the invade coming from the Shishu Khuniz on the red side of
And a
right
good
of CJ.
knockback from Poppy. And what are they going to do? We can see that they have 0 kills, and all of them died more than once. And good engage from Bradley, but Victor is coming in, and what is going to do? He misses his laser, and
Yeah, I
CJ the
think the
Shy
laser
die.
was actually. Uh, and Caitlyn is trying to deal damage, but Caitlyn is pretty behind. And Clade gets his horseback with the flash and melee auto attack. That was really well played by Clade. And Caitlyn is trying to escape, but he's just gonna get stunned by the Brom. And Shishu Khuniz came out ahead yet again.
So, do you think Oriana is a really bad pick against Lux?
Oriana. Actually, Oriana is pretty good against Lux.
And
But I
Death
don't.
might be dead right now, and Death is dead. It sounds funny when I say Death is dead.
Actually,
Bradley
the
is
thing
here.
is that Victor was actually Victor didn't actually get behind in the laning phase. Actually, he was ahead in CS, but his team lost fights on the other lane. So the pressure came on to mid, and eventually Victor started dying.
So you don't think that the picks had anything to do with losing in this side of the match, like at this time?
Actually, the picks mattered because Clade is a lane bully, and he managed to kill Shy once and then get the first tower of that.
I see.
But uh, the bot lane of Shishukunis played really well, and they drew in a lot of pressure. Shy teleported, but the teleport wasn't useful at all because their bot lane just died earlier,
I
and
see. I see.
the game just kept snowballing from there.
Then they just lost the top tower, I think, and they will keep getting behind if they don't catch on. What do you think about the boots on Victor?
Mercury hits. I think it's because of Rom and Veras. They're just focusing him.
User joined your channel.
Hey guys, I wanna PC Tark
And
Dude, we are streaming.
Oh shit.
I think Nephilim's head also, or মাথার তারও খুলে গেছে.
Yup.
Anyways, we're in pause time.
And we can see that Shampoo has reconnected. I think it's probably battle ping.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this might go into a third game
Yup.
because
It's a 12-0 lead. And
12-0 lead. It's very hard to come back from that. But I think apart from Elise, the other champions have a chance to come back.
yup.
Caitlyn almost has an IE.
But
and
actually, I won't matter at this point of the game. I don't think it will.
no, it
Even
won't
even
really.
if she gets her eye, the other lanes are too behind to follow up with her damage.
If they make a mistake, that might help out. But then again,
Yeah, we need to see a 1v5 Baron Steel like this thing did on the semifinals of EDX and CHQK.
Oh, I
We
see.
need to see another Baron Steel like that.
From Bradley, yes. They're still not resuming. I think they're waiting for more players to connect.
What do you think Victor is building towards? Is he going for the Lich Bane?
That's a very hard question given the items he has. He might be going for a Lich Bane, yeah. Or he might
Banshees
be...
is a possibility, but I don't think Banshees will be a good item.
Banshees
Right now.
will not be a good item, but seeing Mark Treads, he might be going for Banshees, who knows.
He has cleanse, come on.
He has cleanse, yet he built Mark's Treads. He might go for more defensive items.
I mean,
But-
if you are really behind and you start building defensive items, you're not
Hey,
gonna be
wake
useful
up.
at all. Just try to build some damage and get some kills because you're not a tank, you're a carry, right?
Yeah. And they're resuming the game.
And my Rubik's Cube just fell. Riparuni Pepperoni. Lux is actually pushing alone and she has no backup. But
Well, who will go in this case?
I know, right? Poppy is too
She
behind.
might
Poppy
be
doesn't have
scary.
any magic resist as well.
Well, good thing for the red team, they have some kind of wave clear, so they might be able to hold the blue team off until they can get items. But they will have to give up on objectives, like they're giving up on Dragon right now. They can't do anything. And they need to give GG all the farm he can get so that he can build his items to do damage after mid game.
Yup, there's only one thing they can do is to fight and steal the Baron and hopefully get an ace or something to come back, but other than that there's no way they can come back because even if Shishu is misplays, they're still gonna win the fight because they're just so much ahead.
They're like 10k gold ahead.
Yup.
That's like a lot of gold. That's
Yup.
2k gold per player.
Lot of gold for a 20 minutes game.
And they're defending the bot tower.
And Poppy is on top, so they don't have a tank to actually protect our backline. So I think they're just gonna leave this tower, which will make them
And
even
that's a
more
lot of
behind.
damage coming from Lee's.
Badly.
But
But he just gets killed. He gets one shot.
and the ult
wait.
misses from Gragas, but he manages to kill Victor anyway.
That was a good gravity field, but it didn't work out because that team lacks damage.
Yes, if they have damage, they would have won the team fight by now.
Yup.
And the fight going on between the top laners, and Bradley is following up, and he's going to get his horse back pretty soon.
Oh, that's a nice cocoon by Bradley. And they tried to push him
And
out of the
Coldblood
redemption.
taking the kill.
That's pretty weird. That's a first skill of CJ.
Yes, the first kill
And
from
it's going over to
CJ.
the support.
And who was pushing out of the redemption? Because the redemption was from them.
Oh, actually, I didn't notice. My bad.
Yes, so
Oh, actually, the redemption killed Poppy.
yes.
Oh, I mean, yes.
yes.
Sorry.
The redemption killed Kled. Yeah, they were trying to push him out because they were not trying to give Coldblood the kill.
Yeah. They wanted to take the kill. And you can just wait for the redemption because Kled gets his horse back if you don't kill him
Yes,
fast
yes,
enough.
exactly.
I think Cold Blood will go for offensive items right now.
Yes, BF sword would be nice.
Yeah, he's the only one with the kills. He's the one who's carrying.
So they are going for Baron. Do they have wards in the Baron side? It's their chance. Bradley has to
Actually,
do
there's a
something.
ward. Actually, there's a ward on the Baron pit, and they have no idea. That
Bradley
would be
has to do something.
if they want to come back.
It's his chance to do anything.
And he gets in too early, I think.
And he
Bradley
takes the
kills
Baron.
the Baron. And Bradley gets out, but Brom kills him.
It was a pretty bad thing for Janna to be there.
Yup. Because Bradley was going alone. It was fine.
When you are in the losing team, you should just let your jungler die in these cases.
Yeah.
And here it might be a team fight, they might win. Let's kill the Gragas.
And that's a nice ulti by Lux. On the Gragas knockup. They coordinated really well. But they have the Baron now, so it's gonna be hard because outpushing Baron minions is pretty hard.
But they're going to take this inhib anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody can defend that. And Victor is trying, but... Well, that was a good Baron steal from Bradley. He just bought his team some more time. And hopefully they will be able to capitalize on
But I
that.
don't think at this point even a Baron still matters.
You never know.
And we hear the words of wisdom from Nephilim, and we know that from this, like even in these types of games, Nephilim manages to lose. Yeah. Even though he was like this much ahead, he managed to lose the game, so he knows.
I mean, if Nephilim was playing Varus in this game, he would have lost actually.
Yeah.
Have you seen his ADC?
I would rather play support than
They should kill Clad right now. It was 2 versus 4.
Yeah.
But they did not go in. They didn't have vision on the other members.
And the other members were moving in, so it would have been a close call actually.
Yeah, they don't have enough damage to burst Clad down, so I think that's why they backed off.
Yeah, and there's Brom as well that can block projectiles and things like that.
And they could ult on Poppy, and Poppy.
And Poppy ult played away, but
played
ult
away,
wasn't charged
but-
much.
And Geralt manages to kill.
And the nice hit by Lux,
think this
and she
game-
got 2 kills. And there's the 3rd kill from Lux.
I think this game is over now.
Yeah, this game should be pretty over.
Yes.
And Shishu Khuniz actually showed total dominance in this game.
The Nexus is currently free.
And GG died on the fountain. I need to say that the bot lane and the jungler of Shishu Khuniz played really well this game, except that failed Baron Smite though.
I think I'm getting a bit of lag spikes.
Alright, we'll just continue when the game starts. Steam বন্ধ করছো?
Turning sound on.
Okay. Welcome to the final game of the semi-final of EDX Championship 2017, and the game is between Rise of CJ and Shishu Khuniz.
We're seeing the same bands from last two games. Fiora
Yeah.
ban and a Wukong ban. These are for, I think, perma bans against these two teams.
And the brand as well.
Do you think Brand is better than Lux?
Actually, it's a targeted ban for Shambu. So
Yeah, but you can camp Brand and he doesn't have any escape and you can like really
yeah, but
set him
if you
behind.
come to gank brand and you get stunned, then it's GG.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to Bradley, the Brand Q is a targeted shot, so point and click.
And we can see the
Gragas
Gragas ban from last game.
That's new.
And they want Bradley to play Elise again. I think they're trying to force Bradley, but the Brom is a priority pick as well. Since last game Cold Blood was denied Brom, we will see that.
And they're taking
Yeah,
Braum.
and they're taking Brom.
So what do you think? What should Bradley play other than Elise? Elise is kind of hit or miss, So
Yup,
he should
and-
be playing something more reliable.
I think Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf can be good. Or
But if he
There-
misses Axe, then the enemy team is just gonna laugh. So
yes, Olaf. And the Rakan pick
and
from
the Zairakan bot lane, the legendary couple of League of Legends. And Ashe is actually not the best thing to play against Rakan because Rakan can gap close pretty easily against Ashe. But-
and gank can be set up really easily with Rakan. What
But
do you think
they're still
about?
picking Ashe? I think they just want to set up ganks and make global plays. I think because the hawk shot of Ashe is super good against ganks.
And Shen was banned, I think, last two
Yeah.
games in the
They
second
picked the
phase.
Shen
So
this
they
game.
picked Shen.
Ken is actually really good against Rakan though. You can beat Rakan pretty hard.
We might be seeing a top lane pick, maybe, or whatever happens. I think the pick will be from the red side.
And the Ivan pick.
The Ivern pick, yeah.
I think Geralt is probably the only jungler from Bangladesh who plays Ivan.
So he is taking a comfort pick in a tournament game. This would be really good. Again, Ivern does.
And we can see the Victor ban because as I said last game Victor actually performed well.
I see. So they're banning out Victor. So you think Ivern is going to be a problem when it comes to Bradley's buffs?
Yeah, actually they need to guard it.
The Syndra ban
And
for
we can see the
Shambo.
Syndra ban.
We might see the Orianna come out again. And what do you think? Will there be a Lux ban?
Could be, but if they ban Lux, Shambo can be good enough. Okay,
An Orianna ban.
that's the Orianna ban. I think there's gonna be a Lux ban.
They should ban out Lux. Lux is just too safe.
Yeah, Lux is
Can't
super safe.
give Lux to Shambo. And the
Okay,
Rumble
they
ban.
banned
Okay.
Rumble.
We might see Lux being picked by Shambo this game. And what do you think that might play? Karma? Karma might not be a good pick. And the
Actually, to make Karma mid work, you need to be a really good player, I think.
and why is that like the case? Because does Karma take a lot of skill to play?
Actually, in mid it does because you have to constantly get in the range of the theta to land your empowered Qs and then take that damage with your shield and then get out. That's how you can win trades pretty easily. And if you don't pressure your opponent early game, you're just gonna get outskilled. So that's the thing. You need to keep in mind that you have to do something in order to win the game.
Alright, so we see Ari pick coming out from Death.
Ari was nerfed in the recent patch, but
Annie, okay.
yeah, Shambo plays Annie.
Yeah, Annie is not a bad pick against Ari. Actually, it's pretty good. In season 3, we used to counter pick Ari with Annie.
But I don't think that's the case anymore.
Yeah, well,
Ari can shove pretty hard, and Annie doesn't really have much spells to shove.
yes, she can shove. So, but she can burst down Ari if she has enough damage to burst down Ari,
Yeah.
unless she's going for some MR early game.
And Ari's running cleanse as well, that's really good. We're going into the loading scene. What do you think about the top lane matchup?
In the top lane, I think is Shen is not weak, and
Yeah, Shen is actually,
his
I think,
W
pretty good.
is pretty good against the empowered attacks from
Yeah,
the
because the Clay empowered auto attacks last for a short duration, and if that
yes.
duration is countered by the Shen W, then he doesn't have enough damage to kill Shen.
Yes, that's the thing. Plus, Shen will get tanky, and the teleports and the global support, you can't really match that with Kled.
Yeah, I think they have a lot better global this game because with the Ashe, the Rek'Sai, and the Shen, they can gank pretty hard and globally put a lot of pressure.
So this game, Cold Blood is getting a comfort pick, even though Thresh is getting banned out. Do you think he will have the same kind of impact that he had the first game?
Uh, I don't think he will have the same impact, but Cold Blood plays good Braum, so it will be better than what he did with Janna last game.
And also, there's a thing where you can block stuff with Braum, and I think
Yep.
last game Victor had some trouble against Braum, so
Yeah.
you can kind of block the laser and other stuff. But in this
And
case,
Braum is actually a very strong counter to Zaya because you can just block the feathers.
oh yeah, that's true as well. So you are only blocking the Zaya and the uh, jungler's the root ability, I think.
Yep. And he doesn't really have much to block.
Yes.
What do you think about the jungle matchup, the Rek'Sai and Ivern?
If Ivern manages to take one of Rek'Sai's buffs, that is going to be setting him behind a little bit. But I think Rek'Sai is pretty strong if Bradley can use him properly. Use her properly, I mean.
Yup, I'm not sure about the gender. Did you just assume her gender?
Yes, I did. Well, like Bradley likes playing female champs. And
Yeah, like Wukong and Zac.
yes. So Rek'Sai does do a lot of damage now, I think. I've seen a stream today and I saw that Rek'Sai 100 to 0 a AD carry.
Yeah, if you're ahead, Rek'Sai is really good. But it's hard to get ahead, that's the point. And hello,
Yes.
we can see that Annie is running cleanse as well. That's pretty unconventional because any players tend to take ignite and just one shot their enemies.
Yes, Ignite is normally a better spell. I think he took it because of the charm.
Yup.
Once it's very possible. Like if you get charmed, you can just cleanse and out the Ari and
Yeah.
fight back. And a lot of the times, a lot of champions just take cleanse so that they can cleanse the charm.
Yup.
That way you
Cleanse is
can
actually a really
fight
good
back.
spell against Ari.
Yes.
But I'm looking for the bot lane matchup.
Yes, the
I
bot
think there's
lane
gonna be a lot
matchup
of fights in the
is.
bot lane because Zaya and Rakan is a aggressive lane. Like they're not a farming lane.
And after rearranging, we can see that.
And are they going to invade?
And I think there's invade coming in from Braum. I think Braum is the reason they're invading, and I think the red team
Yep,
knows
they're
that
just
they're
walking
coming
in.
in.
And Annie used her word.
So in this case, I think Rakan is pretty good at setting up a gank when Ivern comes in.
Yup.
Every time I've played a game with Rakan on my team, I think he's a pretty good setup.
Yeah,
And,
but Ivan actually doesn't really do much before level 6.
Yes.
Even if you have good setups, Ivan doesn't really have enough damage. He is a good peeler, but he doesn't have enough damage early game. I think Rek'Sai can gank bot better than Ivan can. Because of the stuns and the slow Ashe and Braum provide. We'll
So-
see about that. And Rakan is a melee champion, right? So if he gets in, he is bound to get hit by the Braum passive.
Yes, like he has to get out after that. If you are not like 2 versus 3, he has to get out.
Yeah. Yep.
So in this case, is what Ivan will do is he will take his red, then he will go for Bradley's blue. Is that it?
I think that's the plan, but they know about it, so they're just gonna avoid it.
So is it possible that just Bradley can start blue instead of red?
Yeah, that's a possibility, but actually, Bradley's team doesn't know where Ivan is starting, so I think they predicted that Ivan is starting blue. So
Yes. So they're doing the opposite thing. Yeah.
yeah. And this game, we can see a Doran's Blade start from Kled.
Yes, Doran's blade start. Also, you see no Doran's shield start from the bot lane. So,
Yep.
what do you think about Luzaya item start? She did not start a Doran's blade.
This is actually a good item to start if you are going to trade a lot, because
with the
you
3
have
pots,
just
yeah.
so much health.
Yes, that's true. And also, there's some heal from Rakan as well.
And Hanasong has hyping, so the game is paused for now. Tamid, are you there?
Yes.
Do you think that
I'm waiting for them to reconnect. Yeah.
do you think that Ivan is going to gank early, or is he just trying to farm up to level 6? What's your prediction?
I think in the mid lane, Ari is going to push the lane, And what can happen is that it might be easier for Ivern to gank mid, and there's any stun. There can be a flash stun from Annie, and Ivern can come in, and I think Annie has enough damage to kill Ahri.
Yeah, and the root duration is actually pretty good. If your laner
Yes.
has enough damage,
So
they can actually
if
kill.
you camp mid and you burn Ahri's flash and cleanse, then you gank again, and you put Ahri behind, and that way like Annie will be like really strong. So you can make that work. And in the top lane,
But with the changes to Ari's Q now, if you throw Q with Ari, you get like 500 move speed, right?
yes.
So it's really hard to get close as any. The matchup doesn't work the same way it used to be.
Yes, but if Ahri is like really pushed in, that might be a gankable opportunity.
Yep.
When it comes to top lane, I think Kled is going to push the lane instead of Shen. So I think Rek'Sai might have a better opportunity of ganking there.
Yeah, Shen will just wait for the ultimate play. And it's Kled's job to stop him. It's not gonna be an easy work to do though.
And
we
trades
can
already
see
going on in
trades.
bot lane.
And the bot lane of Shishu Khuniz are pushing in.
So you can see Bradley is not going for level 4 anymore. He is straight going for early gank on top lane.
Yup. And we can see that Ivan actually started blue, not red.
Yes.
Because okay, never mind. Okay, actually I don't know how that thing works. I think Ivan started red and then went blue and smited it.
Yes, he was worried that Bradley might try to take it.
Yup.
Like trade buffs, but Bradley didn't do that. He went for his blue. So I think Bradley can look for a gank top lane, but I don't really know why he's moving bot side.
Yup. That was a good opportunity to gank top lane. Because Shen has taunt, right? So
yes, the lane is pushed as well, and Bradley is coming. And there might be a gank
go in
top
before
side,
Bradley, and that's a nice and that's a good flash by
from Eradicate. He had to flash, otherwise it would be a problem.
I don't think he would have lived if he didn't flash, because Bradley and Shen has flash, right?
So do you think Bradley should have come around instead of coming this way?
I don't think Bradley has chosen the wrong path, but he used his knock-up too early, because the Kled flashed prematurely and Bradley could have just follow up with flash stun.
Yes, he could do that, yes. And Bradley is moving to the bottom side of the jungle, and there's trades going on.
And there's trades going on, and they decided to fight.
And they should...
and that's a good knock-up by Gakan. But actually, the bot lane of CJ came out ahead on that trade, because Ashe is on full health.
Yes. I think if they could land the stun on the Xayah, they could come out more on top. As you can see, the top is now pushed towards the red side.
Yeah, Kled doesn't have flash, so I don't think he's gonna push anytime soon. And we can see that all-in by Shen, and the flash auto and the first blood.
First blood from Shen, yes.
Yeah, this is actually the opposite of what happened last game. Last game, Eradicate got the first blood while he was playing Kled against Poppy.
I think he should be. This would be a nice time for a recall, but he is pushing the lane.
He's trying to push, but he won't be able to.
I think they saw Bradley.
Yup.
And he went the trade.
And we can see a trade.
And you should always land an auto attack after you stun. That helps.
I think Bradley just went there to counter gank. Kled has lost his TP already, so Ken should have teleported top lane. But he's saving it.
Yeah, I think Shen is saving that because he wants to ult and then he wants to teleport back.
And both of the mid laners are level 6.
And Coldblood is putting pressure on the enemy jungler, taking control of the dragon side.
Yeah.
And probably the red team knows where Bradley is because of that word.
And Swat goes into fight again, and we can see a lot of bursts coming out of Shen. You can see that Kled is already down to half health.
Yes, that's the thing with the W he has.
Yeah,
it's like very
he
hard
can
to
just
trade
taunt in
against.
and it trade really hard with the time it. And he misses the taunt. I don't think he should fight. And we can see that Rakan is getting caught. Nice stun by Bradley, but Rakan managed to get out with his flash.
And we can see a 1v1 going on in the bot lane. They are both
That is
alone.
actually pushed to tower, so I don't think Ash is going to commit. And Shen is going in again and blocking all the auto attacks from Blade. And Shen won the trade as usual. Now this is
Shen
a really
won the
risky
trade,
time
but,
for EDX to stay in the lane. Yeah, he's just gonna recall. And they're looking to kill bot lane, but the minion wave is not in the favor of CJ, so.
I think the first game where they won, I think GG was really ahead. And you see any is coming towards the bot side or not?
Yeah, because they pinged it. I think someone pinged
Yeah,
it.
so you know the first game like GG was really ahead, so I think it would be a good bet to get him ahead by ganking him from Bradley's side.
Yeah, definitely.
So and Coldblood, as we have seen in the first game, is very good at setting up ganks. So
Actually, I think in both of the games, the bot lane dictated the entire game, because on the second game, the lead from bot lane just spread everywhere.
yes, that's the thing I'm saying. Like Bradley should be focusing on the bot lane instead of going to other lanes.
But Bradley did give a lead to SWAT in the early game, which resulted in a kill.
Yes,
So
the flash really mattered right back then.
yeah. And we can see a
fight
1v1
going
of
on.
Ivan and Dextai. Ivan is not the best champion to 1v1, and Bradley goes in with the ult, really. And Annie is moving in, and
Bradley
he
might
gets
end
knocked
up
up.
dying.
Could be. And Annie uses his ult. Bradley lives with his life barely. And we can see a arrow coming in, and Kled just ulted Dragon Pit. I think that was a
He
misclick.
wanted to go through the dragon pit, I think.
It doesn't work like that. You get blocked by the wall. And we should mention that Shen still has ult, right? So
Yes.
even if Kled collapsed on them, they wouldn't have been able to kill them because of the Shen ult. And Ivan lost a lot of pressure because of that.
So Annie did not use her ult on Bradley. I don't really see why that happened. Actually, she
Annie-
used her ult, yeah.
Yeah, Annie did. And we can see and a nice charm,
And
but the,
oh.
that's an overcommitment, I
You-
think. That's a That's not a good thing to do.
That's a very bad commitment from Shen. When you
Yup.
missed the taunt, you should have backed off.
Yup. They should have waited the charm and then flash and taunt. That's not. But it was well played by Shambhu. You need to say that because
Yes,
he
of
was
course.
calm. He did a good flash of the Shen taunt, and they're trying to go dragon. I think Shen should just teleport top because he's just gonna lose the lead which he had earlier. And Rakan is trying to.
You can see that jungler is not around to fight for the Drake, and they're just going to back off and give the Drake. Brazil should be focusing more on bot lane instead of going on their jungler, because chasing an
Connection lost.
Ivern is a problematic thing. That should not happen, you know.
Connected. User entered your channel. Channel switched. User was moved to your channel. Sound muted.
Yeah, so we're back.
So as I was saying, I think Bradley should be focusing more on the bot lane instead of like fighting Ivern 1v1.
Yup, because
Fighting- yeah,
it's not easy to kill Ivan, dude.
yeah, it's like fighting a Singed. It's annoying and it wastes your time.
Yeah. And we can see our
and Ivern might
arrow
be going
by-
down,
I think the charm missed,
and a good
and we can
flash
see Rakan
from
flashing in.
Cold Blood.
but Bradley is in too deep. Bradley just got baited hard by the Ivan. They need to kill the Daisy in order to win the fight. And that was really well played by Khuniz.
Yeah, the problem was that they.
And we can see a fight on top lane. Clade is probably going to die of that. I think.
And,
Yeah, Clade is
yeah,
dead.
well, the problem is that they fight. They did the entire fight on top of the Daisy and the T-Verse.
Yup.
And that
They
was a
need to
big
kill those
problem.
two.
Like,
You need to back and kill the things because you're not gonna be immortal, right?
yeah, like you tank two like creeps like that and you try to fight them. It was like a bad idea. And Bradley is still so squishy, as you can see. He
Yeah,
still
and
doesn't have
they
a
got
Cinder
the-
Hulk.
They got the tower and we can see a flash and knock up. And Shane actually teleported with low health, I think. And Zaya is kiting. And that's a good knock up by Rakan. And they just need one attack and Cold Blood kills Zaya. But they got Cold Blood, so that it was actually a good trade.
And Shen still doesn't have any magic resist, so Annie almost killed him. He has to get a spirit visage.
I think
something
Shane should
like
have
that.
used his ult on Cold Blood.
Yes. That would have been a good choice. So, if they want to win, I think they should kill these creeps, like the Tibers and the Daisy first, then they would have a chance. Other than that, like if they want to fight and tanking these damage, it will be really hard to get ahead on top. In the fight, Ahri did not do much auto attacks for the Braum stun. If she did, it could be a bit different, the fight, I mean.
I think Adi missed his charm on Ivern in that fight.
Yes, plus the auto attacks, she could do a lot more. The Braum stacks did not go full way.
No, that's a big problem actually. And we can see that Annie actually rushed Banshees. She just wants to be invincible while her Tiber kills them all.
Yes, well,
Because they're
Annie,
not focusing Tibers, right?
yes, Annie has good base damage, so she doesn't really need to rush AP to get useful.
Yup.
She will just alt and do T-burst and stuff. She is going to do well with that. And right now she's going for more AP and damage, so it will get hard for the blue team from now on. The fight could have been there, like they were supposedly winning the fight until they didn't. Alright, so
But
the
Shishu
team
Khuniz-
speak was down. Like
Yeah, and
our
Shishu
was
Khuniz,
down, yeah.
baited Bradley pretty hard, I think, on that fight. Because they
Yes.
just kited back with Daisy and Tivers, and Bradley just keep going in and going in.
Yes, well, you need to focus between trying to kill a champion or trying to take out these Daisy and tubers before they're doing too much damage to you.
They could have just disengaged, I think, and just waited out the duration.
That's what Coldblood did, and Rakan tried to get back.
Yup.
But Bradley was too deep, so he could not do anything. And they're resuming the game. Bradley should be focusing the bot lane. I'm saying again, he should be ganking bot lane more.
Yup. I don't know why he's trying to fight 1v1.
And Ari and Bradley are coming down. They might be going for something, but the river is warded. What are they going to do? Brom should go ahead and start a fight, they should start a 2v2, then the rest two can join in.
Yeah, then rest of them can follow up. Because it's hard for... Okay, that's a nice arrow. And that's a nice ultimate by Coldblood, but that ultimate was countered by the Zaya ult. And they commit in, but they don't see... They should focus Clade, man. They shouldn't dive the tower.
And Shen is just too low.
Yeah,
And
it was a good counter play by Shishu Khuniz, because they didn't see the Ivan coming.
Yes, they just lost 2 for 1, and they're just going to lose a tower as well.
And I think that's gonna be another kill by Annie. Yup.
Yes. That was pretty bad to be caught up like that. Well, the flash ult is scary from Annie, and they might get another tower.
Yup. I think they're preparing for the dragon. It's an infernal dragon, so it's really important.
It's very useful. They might be looking for a fight. Ari still has
and
her ult.
Annie is hiding. Annie chunked Brom really hard. He's down to 50% HP. And they decided just to leave the drag.
They don't have any vision, so... And it's inside. Alright,
Almost.
And Shen is trying to split push his way.
But I don't think he will be able to get the tower. And that's a nice catch by Annie. I think Bradley should change his trinket and clear out wards instead of just warding. And we can see that Shishu Khuniz is taking control over the bot side jungle entirely. and CJ is forced to stay on the tower.
What do you think about the Ari pick? You think it's good?
Ari wasn't actually a bad pick until that mid dive. I mean, from that, Annie got the lead.
Oh,
Ari
yes,
was actually going
yes,
equal.
yes, that's true. The dive from Shen.
Yup,
So if they take this, they will get another tower out of it.
yup.
And Braum probably is trying to do something about it.
And
There's
they
a fight
went
going
in,
on, and Ash
and
is
that's
here.
a nice arrow, but it hit the support, so it doesn't really matter. And that's a nice ulti by Zion. He just rooted everyone in the team fight, I think.
This Annie is a big problem.
And that's a flash knockup by Rakan, and Danny gets the kill. And they just lost another tower because of the fight and the Rift Herald. Yo, Tommy, hello.
Yes.
What do you think about the build of Sai? The Tiamat Rush?
Normally people rush Tiamat because they want to do the first wave clears and be more useful and get level ups, and then they
Oh, okay.
rush the Cinderhulk. But in this case, he still doesn't have boots. It's pretty much slowing down his level ups and roams.
Yeah, because you need move speed to move from camp to camp, right?
Yes. Even though they have
Get your
tunnels,
tunnel
it's
set up
still-
really well.
Yeah. It is a bit behind, and they need to hold to get ahead. And the Annie is a big problem here.
Yup.
He's just doing so much
I don't think
damage.
there is anyone to kill Annie because Ari is the only assassin in the team and she's behind. So you know how assassins are when they are behind.
Yeah, well, only way to kill Annie is to catch her with somehow catch her. You have to catch her with
Ash Arrow, I
Ash
think
Arrow or
Ash Arrow is
something.
the only way.
Yes.
We need that 4-second stun. And we can see a lot of damage coming onto Shen. This is the problem with Zaya. I mean, Zaya deals so much damage in longer team fights. Shen can tank that damage. I think they are gonna catch Shen. Yeah, Shen is caught. And Shen was forced to flash, so they leave.
So you can see that they're putting so much pressure on Shen, but there's no response from the team.
And Ivan got caught. I think there should be a kill.
Annie is here.
And a nice ult by Zaya. And Ash managed to land the ult on Zaya, but there is just not enough damage to follow up.
And Ari is on the other side. He doesn't have any way to follow up.
Yup.
Shen came in for the rescue, and Ash is going down.
And this Annie is playing really well actually. It's working out really well, although it's pretty unconventional pick for a tournament game.
Yes. Well, it's very hard to deal with Annie's damage,
Yup. And if she gets ahead, it's super hard. I think Ari disconnected.
They should pause the game maybe, or they're going to let it go. Okay, they're pausing the game, and I think it's battle ping.
Yeah, probably.
So you think there's any chance to come back from this?
I don't think so.
It's very, very, very unlikely. With any fat like that and Banshee's Veil, it's just, I don't know how to come back from this.
And Zaya scales well into the late game, so
yes,
even if they get to late game, they're still not gonna win.
well, you don't really have a champion in your team that's strong enough to fight any right now.
Yep. Even there's an Ivan who keeps any alive.
Yes, with the shields and this
Redemption heal.
redemption and stuff, yeah.
What's your timer count?
My timer is 23, 50, 51, 52.
Okay, I think my client froze and I'm 3 seconds behind. Oh, there's another Infernal Dragon.
And they're taking it. And
There's no way to compete actually. Shishu Khuniz won't be able to compete.
what was the Daisy from Ivern?
I think he was feeling lonely.
Yeah. Well, they're going to take the mid tower and the inhibitor. There's no way blue team can respond to what they're doing right now. Only thing they can do is to sit under tower and try to defend as long as they can, because this is their last game. If they lose this, they're not really going to advance to the finals.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's Mikhail's and Redemption completed from Ivan. So even if they get someone low, they're not gonna be able to kill him.
Yes.
Ivan just offers so much peel.
Are they going for Baron now? So does Ivern do any damage to Baron?
He does actually. If you stand in Ivan's push, he does percentage health magic damage.
I see.
It is auto attack setting. Oh, never mind. It doesn't deal percentage based. It just deals flat damage. I was wrong.
I see. So they're still pushing top side, and they will try to take the inhib. Then they can run for Baron, or they may push mid later on. And they're getting an engage, and good engage. They should get
That is
any.
waiting. And that's a good knock-up, but and a follow-up Assault. But Zaya is just gonna ult away with the Ivan Cleanse and Redemption.
And
they're
GG is
trying to
doing a
kill
lot of
Zaya.
damage, but it's not enough.
Yup. Ari just tried to kill Zaya in the backline, but it didn't work out. And that's a nice two-man knock-up by Rakan. And they pretty much got almost aced actually. I think the game is over. And
Ari got one kill. Alright, GG, well played.
that's the only death of any. It's bad.
I think in the last two games, Shishu played really well, and they deserved
they
the
showed their
spot
dominance
in
over Shishu.
the finals. So thank you guys for watching. Let's see the damage graph. And it's kinda weird, but Shen did the highest damage from the blue team.
Yeah, it was expected because Shen is the only person who won his lane, I think.
Yes, and he was the most most time alive in the team fights. And
Yup.
You can see Annie did the highest from the red team, and Zaya, and they all did over 20k, and they're well below 11k, the blue team. And
Yep.
when we look at the damage taken, we see Bradley is coming out on top, like the other games. He took the most damage, he tanked the most, and in the other team there's Kled taking the most damage. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed these two games, even though the second game was a bit one-sided. I think we will have a good final game to watch. Thank you. See you later.